Hi everybody, this is Saad for the Sad Truth. A few months ago I posted a Sad Truth clip wherein I culled 50 plus reasons that people have proposed as possible causes of terrorism in 67 countries. So these are countries that are very, very different culturally, linguistically, ethnically, racially, and yet one wonders if there was a common underlying theme that permeates through all of those terrorist realities. And apparently, there was one particular causal factor that was conspicuous in its absence. So, continuing with that theme, I wanted to discuss today two new manifestations of this truly breathtaking collective manifestation of Ostrich Parasitic Syndrome. And usually the strategy works as follows for these two new types of manifestations of uh, ostrich OPS. In one case, what you do is you identify a bunch of characteristics that renders the people in question seem as though they're very, very different from one another. So, some people prefer Manchester City, other terrorists prefer Barcelona, other terrorists prefer Nejmeh in Lebanon, others prefer Real Madrid. So you see, it's all, they're very, very different. Some like to go dancing, others didn't. Some drank alcohol, others didn't. Some like sugar candy, others prefer hamburger. And if they prefer hamburger, some prefer their meat to be well cooked, others prefer it medium rare. So there are all sorts of ways that renders all of these terrorists very, very different from each other. So it becomes very, very, very difficult to identify some sort of unifying common theme across all of these guys. And so there was recently an article in the New York Times that very much the central gist of the article was to argue exactly along the satirical lines that I just presented, whereby they offer all sorts of psychological traits and affective states and all sorts of possible characteristics that demonstrates that it's all one complicated, difficult task to try to identify what might be driving these folks in question. And again, as you might imagine, one factor that was very much missing from the discussion is the one that shall not be named. There's an alternate strategy of OPS where you focus on what appears to be a unifying theme. So very much similar to the Sad Truth clip where I put up 50 plus reasons. Is it poverty? Is it alienation? Is it political frustration? So here's the latest one, this sort of unifying theme that might drive people to terrorism. You ready for this? It turns out that a lot of the terrorists had studied engineering. And so there was an article in the Times Higher Education, I can't remember the exact title of the outlet, that basically, or the Chronicles of Higher Education, I think, that basically argued that, look, a lot of the terrorists are engineers. And so once you realize that statistically speaking, yes, there's a greater chance to be a terrorist and an engineer than, say, if you were in women's studies or if you studied postmodernism, then the idea becomes to have all the members of the Ostrich Brigade run around espousing reasons why engineering might be unique in shaping the mind of the terrorist. What is it about the epistemological structure of engineering that could lend itself to infecting people with these violent tendencies? Of course, there is no other possible book or manual that anybody can think of outside of fluid dynamics or quantum mechanics or electrical engineering, circuits. Michael Faraday, that guy, I tell you, he is one extremist producer. He's electric in his capacity to produce terrorists. So apparently, for all sorts of reasons, there is something that renders people who study engineering more prone to becoming terrorists. One explanation that was proposed in the article in question was the idea that a lot of these guys will come from countries where there aren't that many economic opportunities, but they spend a lot of time studying a difficult discipline such as engineering, and then they end up not having a career path that is commensurate with the training that they got. That itself, that incongruency, can drive them to become terrorists. Yeah, that's a very, very difficult one to falsify. If only there was a way I could identify data that would falsify such breathtaking stupidity. But in any case, I thought today what I would do is go back to a list that I have already gone through in a previous Sad Truth clip. This is the FBI terrorist most wanted list. I'll read nearly all of the members who are on that list, who may or may not have something in common, but I think for effect I might want to read them here for you, and then you could tell me if we could identify any possible causal factors that can place them under a common rubric. I don't think I can. Let's see if we can do it together. Here we go. So we have Ali Saad bin Ali al-Huri, Hussein Muhammad al-Umari, Jabir al-Banih, Ali Atwa, Abd al-Aziz Auda, Jamil Ahmad Muhammad Ali al-Badawi, Radulan Sahiron, Jihad Sherhan Mustafa, Ibrahim Saleh Muhammad al-Yaqub. So far, I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe it's culinary preferences. Maybe it's vacation preferences. Tough to know. Who knows? Muhammad Ali Hamadeh, Abdul Karim Hussein Muhammad al-Nasir, Abdul Rahman Yassin, Ayman al-Zawahiri, the current head of Al-Qaeda, Ramadan Abdullah Muhammad Shalah, Hassan Izz al-Din, Abdullah Ahmad Abdullah, Muhammad Ahmad al-Munawwar, Muhammad Abdullah Khalil Hussein ar-Rahawal, Wadud Muhammad Hafiz al-Turki. I'm at a loss, people. I can't see anything here. Liban Haji Muhammad, Ahmad Ibrahim al-Mughassil, Ahmad Abu Samra, Adnan el-Shukhri Jumah, Jamal Saeed Abdul Rahim, and Saif al-Adil. I don't know. I can't think of anything. If you could think of any possible links, I mean, is it that they all ate at the same restaurant at some point? Is it that they all took vacations in the same place? Maybe they all have had the similar upbringing. There must be something that we could identify that allows us to definitively predict, what causes them to come from radically different countries, different backgrounds, different cultures, and yet do the things that they do. Please, if you know of any reasons, write your comments, share your thoughts, try to help us uncover this truly baffling mystery. Thanks, everybody. Spread the sad truth. Talk to you soon. Ciao.